Everyone in the service industry has a story. Crazy customers, wild orders, and WTF moments. Do you want to start a tab? The podcast here to bring you those tales from behind the bar.
Yes.
My name's Carl, and next week I'm competing in a martini shake-off.
My name's Riley, and next week I am attending a martini shake-off.
You love to attend that, don't you?
I mean, it's a double-edged sword.
Why double-edged sword?
Because I have always enjoyed going. I have never enjoyed the day after.
Do you have to work the day after?
No, I do not.
Thank God. This is gonna be maybe your first. No, you used to work second shift the day after.
Right.
You don't have to go into your new.
Right.
Yeah, it's a fun time. No one knows what a martini shake-off is here that is listening to this. But anyways, it's a fundraiser event here in Dubuque, Iowa, different bars, restaurants. I'm boring.
No,
And so it's a fundraiser event, different bars and restaurants attend. And this year's theme is Kentucky Derby. It is a martini shake-off. So it's kind of odd to make drinks for that, but it doesn't matter. We have fun and you have fun. We've never actually attended the event together because I'm always working it.
Correct.
But it's fun. Because there's plenty of people that we both know that are attending that you kind of hang out with them.
Oh, yeah. Like I can find people to attach to.
Yeah. Plus you do well by yourself anyways.
I would rather be by myself 9 times out of 10.
Man, it's like knocking rust off that bike. You know,
yeah.
I know how to ride that fucking thing. Just a little stiff.
Do we need to put your training wheels back on?
Probably. So here on this lovely little podcast, we like to read stories off the internet about the hospitality industry, discuss the story, should have been handled differently, was it handled correctly, give some nuances to it, rate the story 1 to 5, 1 being your average story, 5 being a unique situation that you always hear about. Is there an asshole? Is there a hero? We don't know. We find out together. We are adults who like to drink. And so today we are drinking Fruit Fighters. It is a strawberry banana kettle sour from Dimensional Brewing. It's a rival brewery here in Dubuque, Iowa, from the one I work at, but it is good.
I wouldn't say rival. I would say competitor, but collaborator also. They've never done a collab together.
I don't think so.
But
all in all, it's a joke. We all go to each other's bars and our breweries and have fun, and we are all friendly together because it's just beer.
Right. It's just beer.
Just beer. So today we have 2 stories, no guests, just Riley and I. Would you like to start? Or would you like me to start?
You can start.
All right. I got mine off the Am I the Asshole subreddit 5 months ago from Wind Puzzle Headed 7613. Am I the asshole for telling the bartender I'm not speaking Latin? I generally don't go out of my way to harm people. I went into a busy bar and asked the youngish bartender if I could try a particular ale, as in common practice were in Scotland. Me, can I try this? Them, you want 2 of these? Me, no. Can I try this? Them, you want 3 of these? Me, no, I want to try this. I'm not speaking fucking Latin. Then, paraphrased, but containing much more profanity. Don't speak to me like that. I'm not serving pints. Or don't speak to me like that. I'm here serving pints. It's so loud in here that I couldn't hear you properly. I'm not going to serve you. Come back when you've learned some manners. I was essentially then barred for that evening / indefinitely. Since try sounds the same as try in English, which is the prefix of many commonly used words indicating 3 of something, trident, tripod, trilingual. I genuinely thought it would be taken clearly as more of a joke, but apparently not. Am I the asshole?
Ooh. So, I mean, there's a variable here that is the Scottish accent.
Right.
I don't know how thick the OP's accent is, but it could be fuzzy.
But if he's in a Scottish bar and he lives in Scotland, when the bartender also speaks Scotland, and
in theory. But at the same time, no, you're not the asshole.
I don't think so.
I think that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's an asshole in this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
I think the bartender's probably having a bad day.
Right.
And people contain multitudes.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a good time for the joke. and it may have come off a little bit more brusque than it needed to.
That's exactly my thought.
Carl is familiar with this.
Very much so.
But I don't think that you were the asshole. I think you tried to say a joke and it didn't land.
Mm-hmm. If this OP didn't say, I'm not fucking speaking Latin, I'm not trying to speak Latin or anything like that.
Right. It depends
it's the
on
fucking probably that came off super.
But then again, in the UK, fuck is salt and pepper.
Right. Yeah, that is true. But also the bartender because the bartender should realize, well, the customer's also getting frustrated that he's asked the same thing and I'm not saying the right thing back to him.
Right.
So it's like, is the bartender just that far away, like 6 feet away? They're not trying to get closer and lean in, because I can't hear someone the first time I try to lean in to hear them because.
Right. Was the bartender doing the work necessary to try to understand the customer? Mm-hmm. Maybe not. There are variables.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think it needed to escalate that quickly.
No. So, I mean, I read this story and I was going to read it no matter what, but I specifically wanted to read it because I kind of had the same scenario happen to me last weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Sean, he's been on the podcast. And he's been on a YouTube channel, one of my best friends. He had his bachelor party. And so we meet in a small town called Independence, like a couple bars, maybe a couple stoplights, whatever, small time bar. And we go in there and it's not, it's like a dive restaurant bar. They had some normal seating, but then they had a bunch of the plastic 6-foot tables as tables. They're all watching the Iowa women's basketball tournament, which is going on, which is fine. No big deal. And then there's 18 of us that walk in, all tattooed up, dreads, long hair, piercings everywhere, black, and you could first tell they're like, oh, because, we're in their land.
It's an alternative crowd in small town Iowa that is not like there is a subset of the population that is tattoo and pierce that is acceptable in a small town. And those are motorcycle people.
Right.
You are not those people.
No, we are metalheads basically. So, but I think they realize after a while, they're just having fun. They're just here to stop, and they realize we're not causing trouble. So anyway, that doesn't matter.
Because that group, you were the only person who would cause trouble.
Probably. Yes. It was really early in the night and I still had to drive 2 hours. So anyways, I get a cocktail. Of course, they burn the shit out of it. Bacardi, Coke, and a lime. She goes, a lime? And I'm like, yeah, lime, whatever, And again, they don't, whatever. It is what it is. I don't really give a shit. Burnt the shit out of it. I'm like, well, I can't have any more of these if I want to be vertical. So they had
Stella.
No, that was the last beer. They had
Shiner.
Yeah, Shiner Bock, which is just an easy brown ale.
Yeah.
Nothing special, but tastes good.
Right.
Here's what I say. Can I get a pour of Shiner Bock? She goes, okay. She pulls out 2 glasses out of the refrigerator. And I was like, maybe she's doing what you do to.
Maybe it's 2 for 1s. Maybe somebody else ordered one.
Something.
Maybe
she's pouring 2 of them. She sits them right next to me. I go, is there a special or something? Then she points up to the sign and says, pay for 2, get the second one for free or something. That's basically what the sign said. I'm thinking, okay, I still don't understand what this has to do with anything that I fucking ordered.
Right.
And then all of a sudden she goes back into the cabinet, gets 2 more glasses and is pouring 2 more Shiner Box and sets them in front of me. And I go, oh, you thought I said 4. I go, I said pour. And she goes, oh, people don't usually order beer like that. I go, I am an odd duck and I apologize. It's fine.
I will pay for these.
I will pay for these because I got friends who just came here. They need a beer. And this, are you sure? Like, ma'am, I don't care. It's perfectly fine. Like, even if it was just me, I would sit here and drink all 4 of these beers.
Not if you had to drive 2 hours, but.
Right. Okay. Absolutely. But anyways, it's just kind of funny that similar stories where misunderstanding, but ours did not escalate that quickly. It was just more of a fun little like, oh, I just misunderstood you. And we just kind of laughed about it.
Right.
So I agree. I don't think there is really an asshole. Kind of a bartender to go.
Like if there was an asshole, if there was an asshole, it would be the bartender that immediately hopped to the defensive. But at the same time,
if they're getting crushed and you're just trying, like, it's frustrating. But again, you're supposed to hold in your emotions, but it's hard.
I think that there's so much nuance to this story where, his face could have said one thing, but he meant it as a joke. And
the body language. Did I fucking speak in Latin? Like, is he like being like,
like, how did he project his message? But then again, the bartender could have just been defensive because he's like, I'm like in the weeds. I'm 6 deep. I just need you to tell me what you want. And you're saying it wrong.
I will also say this. If you're fucking knee deep and you're just getting your balls kicked, can I get a sample of that beer? It is like the worst thing in the world. It's like, fuck, man. So usually if I know I pour a sample for someone and there's like 2 other beers that are similar to that, I just pour all 3. Here's all 3 because you're going to fucking ask me anyways.
Let me know which one you want.
Which one you want. Because it is, because I understand we're in the service industry, we're supposed to serve, but just pouring little 1 ounce pours and going back and forth and them humming and hoeing.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pain in the fucking ass.
Right. But then again, at the same time, like it's your job.
It is. I understand.
And I am very familiar with having to do things that suck, but you still have to do it, and you have to be nice about it.
Absolutely.
It's your job to be respectful.
I understand. That's why I like to be proactive and give them 3 samples. Here you go.
See, that is great service. Like, oh, hey, here's this beer. Here's a couple others that we have that are similar to it. If you don't like it, try them all. Let me know what you want. That is, to me, that for you, that is cutting out steps. For everybody else, that's top-notch service.
Right. I love it too when I do that and then I go to the next person and then that person gets mad that I didn't wait for them to try all 3 samples. I'm like, I can knock out this next beer
by the time you
try all 3 samples and you process what you like. I'll be right back with you. Some people, I say, I'll be right back with you. They understand that's what I'm doing. Some people just like, you're not waiting. No, I'm not fucking
I'm not going to stand here and watch you drink some beers and let me know which one you like.
When I got fucking 20 other people waiting for a cocktail.
I think instead of saying, can I try this beer? If it didn't work after the second time, change your word. Can I sample this beer? Can I taste this beer? There are words that don't sound like 3 or whatever, like that can't get lost in a loud situation.
I hate when people actually, can I try this beer? Okay. Do you want to sample it or do you want to just go with it?
Right.
And someone's like, what do you mean? I go, well, because welcome to the English language. People use that word as I want to go with it. I want to try it. Let's just go.
Right.
Or I just want to try it and sample.
Right.
And then, yes, you're absolutely. I think if you used another word, like, can I sample? If you say sample, there's no.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay.
And that's why you say, can I get a pour? Right.
It's just fun. We both just laughed about it. It's fun. It was fun. I tipped her very well still. It was like $40 tab and tipped her, $10, whatever. Right. All right. That story. What do we honestly, this is a pretty common story, misunderstanding, and things got heated way quicker than need to over something so stupid.
Right.
1.8.
Yeah. I might even go lower. I might go 1.5.
Okay.
Because it's a loud bar. Can't hear.
Yep.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. You got that? You pour your own beer?
I can pour my own beer. Thank you.
You can make your own fucking cocktail. You better be able to pour your own goddamn beer.
I have a hard time pulling beer from a tap. Though.
If you don't do it on a regular, there is like a little technique.
There's an art to it. And I think it has everything to do with the angle that your cup is tilted. And it's got to be, it's somewhere around 45. I think.
Somewhere. And then you just got to learn when that foam's, when to take it down straight. That's the key is when do I do that?
Right. And see that I can do. It's just like some beers explode.
Yeah. Like we had a beer that was like doubled, like basically double CO2'd or I can't think of the right term right now. So that just
double carb.
Yeah. So it was the shit bananas that just came out on fire. Like cause it was all the same system. He's like, it should be on its own line, but fuck that. Right. So you just got to deal with it.
But then like for me, it's like, how much foam do I let pour out the top before?
Yeah.
Cause like some of those are just, they settle really nice, but some don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's why it's nice working the brew pub, right? Cause it's the same beers all the time. But when you're like at a tap house and it's like rotating fucking 60 beers all the time, you can't remember shit.
Right.
All you know is Angry Orchard doesn't foam at all.
That is a fact.
If you have a story similar to what we just read or something completely different about the hospitality industry, we would love to hear it. Do you want to start a tab? We have a subreddit called Do You Want to Start a Tab? You can find the link for this subreddit in the description of the podcast you are listening to.
The podcast player.
You are listening to this on.
Yes.
Okay.
Or you can just say you can find the link in the description and completely take out the last half of that sentence.
That's why I fucking married you for. You're simplifying my processes. Or if you like to verbalize your story, 563-277-0072. We would love to hear from you. Play it, talk about it. And you could be like a mini guest on the show because you'll be featured. And one thing I would love to ask for you is to rate this podcast on Spotify or Apple. It definitely does help the channel grow. We've been growing very well these past 6 months, which I love. We have 16 5-star reviews on Spotify.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I haven't checked Apple for a while, but you guys are awesome. And now Mrs. Roommate has a story.
This is from the Confession subreddit, posted by Bridget K. Whalen.
I post on that subreddit all the time.
Do you?
No.
Then this is from 5 years ago.
Okay.
And it's titled, I purposefully fed workplace animosity. No regrets.
Oh, shit. Pettiness coming forth.
I work in a restaurant, and the line cook who was running garde manger, I think that's how you say it. I don't speak French, so we'll just.
Did we look up what the word means?
It tells you in the post. Was being a super douche all night. He is the person in charge of making all desserts. He had been complaining for hours about wanting to go home with lots of "this better not be a long night." The kitchen usually closes at 9, but we keep the garde manger station open later so that late guests can still order desserts. At 9:15, I convinced the rest of the serving bartending staff to have a dessert sales contest and offered to buy drinks at the bar for whoever sold the most desserts. It was literally the most desserts I have ever seen come out of our kitchen in such quick succession. It was also the latest I have ever seen the garde manger station broken down and closed.
That's awesome. So that happens to Brazen. Brazen closes at 9, but you can still order. They stay. If you ordered your entree or even an app at 8:50, you can still get the whole process of the whole night or whatever you want.
Right.
I've been there. You've probably been there. Work. It's been a shitty day. You've just had maybe a bad day at home. Come to work. It's just been tiring, longer than normal. And it's like, oh, please, dear baby Jeebus, let me this be the day. I can 901. Everyone's fucking closed tabs. I want to get the fuck out of here, But all hell breaks loose, and now you're there. They're probably there till like fucking 10:30 or something. I bet something super late. I love this woman.
Yeah, because she was the asshole in the story. Absolutely. However, there is this feud between front of house and back of house. If you are back of house and you're a dick to your front of house, they're going to give it back to you in work.
Right.
And vice versa. Same way with the front of house. If you're going to fuck with your cooks, your food ain't coming out quick. And that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And you got to know, hey, the people who, without being cliche, you're a team.
Yeah.
You work together.
Right.
And if you don't work together, it's going to be hell for both of you. So if you're going to make it hell for your opposite of house,
right,
then they're going to make it hell for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's okay to complain maybe once or twice, right? Throughout the shift, like, fuck, man, I'm just tired. Today's not my day. I just want to get the fuck out of here. But if you just are consistently.
And if you're taking it out on the people that you work with, that's gonna be a you problem real quick. Right.
Because at that time, it's like, like go outside, have a smoke, go walk around the block for a breather or something like that and come back. But man, for her to have a contest, like, all right, we got 40 people on the bar. Let's see if we can get fucking 20 desserts out right now.
Right.
I wonder if they're doing like, hey, if you get dessert, I'll pour you a beer. Like they were.
However they had to swing it.
However they had to swing it.
I'll half off desserts tonight.
Right, dude, just hearing that the ticket machine. Like, what the fuck?
I bet he had nightmares about that ticket machine that night.
But sometimes you have to do that to prove a point to that person.
You gotta put people in their place sometimes.
And some they're like, you know what? You're right. I was a dick. I deserved it. Right. He might not say that in the morning. Like maybe a month later, He was like, fuck, you know what? All right, Sarah, you got me. I needed it. Thank you. Let's work together better next time.
Right. Like,
next time, bitch, you do that. cutting heads off. No, but I love it. I love the small pettiness because it wasn't like harmful to anyone. I mean, maybe it's
except for the guy in charge of desserts.
Right. What was his name again?
I'm not going to try it again. I already had to say it too many times, and all the people who speak French are going to be angry.
Right. We do have quite a few.
I took Spanish.
We live in Iowa, so
I have never encountered somebody who speaks French. French is a first language.
Right. I don't think so.
But I'm aware of.
Yeah. Interesting. In person. Yeah.
I'm aware of.
What do we rate this story? Just
I'm gonna go like I think it's like a 3.8
for
just because like it is a level, it is fueling the animosity, it is petty, but it's harmless,
right,
for the most part. Everybody probably had a good time.
Oh man, those front of the house were like, okay,
right, like
fuck Jean-Pierre, let's go fuck him over.
Right.
I was gonna give it 3.2 for basically the same reason, right? Because it was harmless. I don't really see that much, around here. First of all, the only place I know that has a dessert person is Brazen. So
doesn't Pepper Sprout?
I doubt it. Maybe. But anyways, where I've never done anything like that because I normally work at just bars,
right?
Most of the time. But yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
I love it. And just.
If you're going to complain about doing your job, I'm going to make you do your job more.
Right, do your job more, man. Like, yeah, it sucks, but you know what? Whatever. Just remember, don't be a dick. Tip your bartenders and drink responsibly.
Yes.